All right, so yesterday was all about generating that inner fire, right? That raw energy. But hey, what good is a powerful engine if you can't actually steer the car? Today, we're shifting gears. We're moving from just creating energy to truly mastering and directing it. Okay, let's get into this.
This quote from Eckhart Tolle, it just hits the nail on the head. It's not about trying to silence your mind or shut it down. It's about learning how to use it as the incredibly powerful tool that it is. And that's exactly what we're going to break down today. So let's be super clear about the shift we're making. We're going beyond just generating that inner fire and stepping into the art of mastering it. Think about it like this. It's the difference between a wildfire and a laser beam. I mean, both are incredibly powerful, for sure, but only one is precise, focused, and directed. And that precision, that's our goal today.
And where do we start? Right from the moment you open your eyes. This first block of the day is all about deliberately taking your mind from that sleepy morning chaos and guiding it into a state of real, intentional clarity.
Now, this process looks simple, but don't underestimate it. It's incredibly powerful. Every single step is an act of intention. Making your bed, that's your first win of the day. You're creating order out of chaos. Hydrating and stretching wakes up your body. And those 5 minutes of silence, that's not about emptiness. It's about creating a clean mental canvas that you get to paint your day on.
And this is the heart of the whole morning routine. Writing this down, saying it out loud, it's not just wishful thinking. It's a command. You are actively, consciously programming your mind for the day ahead, telling it right from the jump who is in charge.
Okay, so this brings up a huge question, right? We all have it. Thoughts they pop up out of nowhere. Worries, random to-do items, old memories, anxieties. How in the world do you deal with that constant chatter without letting it completely derail you?
Well, this little challenge is how you build that filter. For just 2 minutes, you do a brain dump. You get everything out of your head and onto a page, which immediately reduces its power over you. And then you become the gatekeeper. You consciously decide which thoughts are actually useful, those are the ones you circle, and which ones are just noise. And physically crossing them out, it's a surprisingly powerful act of letting go. And this is the big takeaway, the thing I really want you to get. Mastery isn't about stopping thoughts from ever appearing. That's impossible, so don't even try. It's about developing the skill to act as the bouncer at the door of your own mind, choosing which thoughts get to come in and stay. You become the curator of your own mental space.
Let's move on to our next section. You'll see how this all connects. Now we're going to use our physical body as a direct tool to sharpen the mind. This isn't just about getting a workout in, it's a focused training session in disguise.
So the routine itself is pretty straightforward, as you can see, but the real work isn't just doing the movements. The real challenge is to keep your attention locked on your breath and your form. Every single time your mind wanders to your email or your to-do list, you practice gently bringing it back. Each one of those returns is like a rep for your focus muscle. You're literally building mental strength.
And this is why it matters so much. Your attention is the currency of your energy. Wherever you decide to place it, that's where your energy flows. By learning to control your attention during physical stress, you're really learning to control your energy, and ultimately, the direction your entire life is headed.
Okay, so we've sharpened our focus. Now it's time to take it into the arena where it's tested the most, deep work. This is where we practice one of the absolute most valuable skills of any high achiever, the ability to stay on task amidst a sea of distractions.
And I gotta tell you, the most powerful tool here is that distraction notepad. It's an absolute game changer. When some random thought or idea pops into your head, you don't fight it, and you certainly don't follow it down a rabbit hole. You just quickly jot it down on the notepad and immediately get back to your task. This simple act tells your brain, hey, I've captured this, it's safe, which allows it to release the thought and get back on mission.
And that leads to something we all struggle with, doesn't it? We get distracted and then we feel guilty or annoyed about it, which just breaks our concentration even more. It's this vicious cycle. So, how do we break it?
The answer is right here. The goal isn't to never get distracted. The true sign of mental strength is just noticing the distraction, gently and without judgment, and then simply redirecting your focus. It's the constant repetition of that calm return that builds the muscle.
After these periods of intense focus, it is absolutely crucial to process what just happened. So this next section combines our midday and evening routines into this really powerful practice of reflection, where we learn to turn our messy, chaotic feelings into useful data. Think of these tasks as your personal data collection points. Eating mindfully resets your nervous system. Journaling your wins, that reinforces the positive patterns. And identifying what triggered your focus to slip, well, that gives you the exact intel you need to get better tomorrow. It's all about creating a feedback loop.
Now check this out. This is one of the most powerful mental hacks there is, emotional labeling. A vague feeling like, I'm just stressed, feels like a fog, right? It's overwhelming, you can't see through it. But giving it a precise label, I feel anxious about my unfinished work, instantly turns that fog into a specific, manageable problem.
So please, remember this. Clarity disarms chaos. When you can name an emotion precisely, you take away its vague, looming power. It stops being this monster under the bed and becomes a clear problem that you can actually start to solve. Information gives you power. It gives you control.
And as you start to wind down for the day, this simple exercise is your go-to mental decluttering tool. Visualizing those unhelpful thoughts as smoke gives them a kind of physical form that you can literally watch drift away. It's a powerful way to consciously let go of the day's mental baggage.
And finally, the night routine. This is all about setting tomorrow's you up for a huge win. Planning your top 3 tasks removes that morning decision fatigue. Ditching the screens calms your nervous system. And that final mind declutter makes sure you go to sleep with a clear mind, ready for deep, restorative rest.
We end with this incredibly powerful affirmation. And listen, this isn't just a collection of nice words. This is a summary of the entire philosophy we've explored today. It's a statement of command over your entire inner world. And so I'll leave you with this one question. Because if your focus truly defines you, what story will you tell with it tomorrow? What reality will you choose to create? The power, as you now know, is entirely within your control.